Oh yeah, I forgot about
If you want to discuss it, like, obviously there is.
I mean, there's politics and everything.
Yeah.
Bro. What do you mean? Why? What happened?
Just I don't want to like go into deep detail just in case, whatever. But it was this situation where it's like, because we're a Muay Thai gym.
Yeah.
I can't really take MMA fights because like it's kind of like, oh, we don't really do that here. It's not the culture here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So that's why.
So it looks bad for the brand.
Yeah, but it's like.
But that's weird though, because like, yeah, you're paying to be there though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like they're sponsoring you. It's not like they're kind of like taking you under their wing.
Yeah.
I mean, in some case, in some way they are, because you go to that gym and you're presenting that gym in some way. But like, I don't think it's enough for them to give you any sort of restriction.
I don't know. It's when I was going through it, and I'm not gonna lie, I understand it. So it's like it's not their forte. I think it's more of a deficiency. That's like there's not really any MMA freaking structure for me to actually like run a camp.
I mean, MMA in general is a new thing, right? I mean, we all came from traditional backgrounds. Like, you two played soccer, you played football, I played baseball. I mean, like, at least like with those type of sports, they've been there for a long time, so there's a better structure, and then everybody kind of just understands it. Whereas now, like with MMA, it's such a new thing. Everybody's still kind of adapting to it. Or even adopting to it, you first gotta adopt it and then adapt to it.
Yeah.
But like, so I guess it makes sense.
But when it comes to, I don't know, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth knowing that, like, one of the reasons why I couldn't take the fight was because dude was 1-0, this and that. But the guy who I fought was 1-0.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It wasn't consistent in terms of the ruling, which I would have liked. But
yeah, I mean, before we really dive into that, because we're definitely gonna get into that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know everybody's kind of background here.
Okay,
I want to start with Josh. Okay, so I know Josh. Josh, you went to the same elementary school as me for a little bit, brother Andre. Did you?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
I think you did.
Very briefly. I went in grade 2 and grade 3.
Okay.
So I don't know if I would have caught you.
I think I did. That's how I know you, bro.
Okay.
Because I came in grade 4. I came to Canada and I went to 4th grade. But
Okay.
you.
So when I was in grade 3, you must have been
in
grade
4th grade.
Cool.
Yeah, but then that's like the division where like you're on the other side of the playground and I'm on the other side. I don't know, bro. Segregation from the very beginning, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just true.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But
yeah.
No, so I know you from there, and then you were always into soccer, right?
Always into soccer, yeah. So I actually started playing soccer 1 year before that in grade 2. So I must have been like 6 or 7 years old is when I first started playing house league soccer. And I played house league for a while. It honestly took a while for me to commit to playing at a higher level. I played until I was about 11 or 12. I played just house league, just having fun.
Yeah.
And then I kind of realized like I had a bit more of a talent to it, a bit more of a taking to it. And I started playing competitively. And I played that up until I was 18. And, yeah. Reached high levels, and I played with Charles actually as well. We had a great time. I played with him when we were 6. So that's how I met him.
Oh shit! So you guys go way back. So you guys didn't even know each other from school. You guys knew each other from soccer.
Yeah, I still have the photos, eh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I have like photos of us when we were like 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were Team Blizzards then.
Blizzards, we were Blizzards, and even before then, bro, we were the Lions.
Lions.
We were yellow.
Yeah, I have those photos.
But you know what's crazy though is that, like, you can tell like who like will actually stick to the sport, because like you can tell when kids suck. Like, I'm sorry, like you can tell when kids like suck off the bat, or like when you can tell that kids are actually like serious or like somewhat talented. But like at an early stage, no sugarcoating. Every parent just want their kids to play sport, but not every kid like wants to be there. Like literally playing baseball, bro. Like there were kids like in the outfield playing with grass. Like, what are you doing? Like, but then like parents just want to force that onto kids. But I mean, like, yeah, that's a good thing. Put your kids into sports, but like maybe find a different sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's nice that you guys from the very beginning, you guys went and did all that.
Bro,
Yeah, it was seamless. Go ahead.
It was seamless, and like, we played Dragons together, and then we went on and we played competitively together as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So since we were 5, we played until we were 18, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Damn.
Maybe like a year or two in there where
13 years, if my math is correct.
Yeah. That was the year before. The year before you made the leap to competitive.
Yeah.
And you stayed in Dragons for like a year.
I stayed in Dragons for a year, and I remember like the coach who was coaching. He's coached us since we were 6. He was coaching your team.
Coach Dave.
It's kind of like a long like side story, but like his his daughter was reffing my house league game, and she's like, oh, like he was doing really well, blah blah blah, you should come play for the competitive team. That's when palms sweating, like, I gotta show up. I'm 12, but like, I'm like, I gotta show up. So I came and turned up, did well, and then I joined the team, and then ever since then, like, we were rock solid. So
was that like your tryout process, or
kind of like it was informal because I didn't really have like a tryout. It was like just show up. They had a tournament, they needed players. The tournament was about, I want to say it was like 40 minutes away. So they had a bit of a struggle to find some extra players. This person's busy, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll sub. I'll play for like 2-3 games with them.
Yeah.
Did well. I'm like, okay, so we'll see what goes from there. And then I think that was near the later portion of the summer. And then transitioning into the winter, they do like they don't run an organized season, but they run like a training program. And I joined them from there. And then by next summer, I was like on the team.
Oh, okay.
So damn. Yeah. So that was a process. But like, how did you guys even like find the love for like soccer or football? Like how does like a kid like make the decision, like, you know what, I want to play soccer or football? Because usually what you see kids, they try out different sports, like, you know, especially like rich kids, like they're playing football, they're playing hockey, they're playing basketball, they're playing everything. But like it's very rare to see like kids, well, it's typically that kids that play that one sport that like pursues it in the long term. But like, how did you guys find the love for the sport that you guys were like doing for the longest time?
For me, I'll start off. For me, it was my brothers. I have 2 older brothers. One's 7 years older, and the other is 9 years older. Bro, just whooping me in Madden every single freaking chance that I get, bro. And I'm just like, they played football. My oldest brother was a defensive end, and my second oldest brother, he was a O-lineman. But it's just seeing the jerseys, and it's like, because I was born in Florida, right? So in Florida, like, football is religion. You know what I'm saying? It's a very big football culture. So it's like, if you're like in a high school and they went to a pretty like stout like high school called Plantation. Okay. Bad name, but
I thought you said plantain for a second.
No, Plantation, like literally like slave plantation. That's where they got the name from. But like it was like a crazy school, and I don't know. It's just like when you're a football player in like those environments, you're like the big wigs, the big guys, and everything. And I just wanted that like kind of like I wanted to follow my brother's footsteps. So like
you were in that environment right off.
Yeah,
the bat, right?
Exactly.
That's just how everything usually starts. Like whatever kind of environment you're in, that's kind of like what you become in some way. In most cases for people, right? The environment plays a big factor.
But yeah, that's basically the origin story. And then obviously I got older. I didn't really start playing football until 13. Okay. Because it was like people were saying like, "Yo, but you're big." Like I wasn't like tall, but like I've always been like thick. You know what I mean? And muscular. So eventually I was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot," and I was decent at it. So that's what happened to me.
For me, it was like I've been playing soccer before I came to Canada.
Where's your origin?
So I was born in Kenya. And I mean, my parents tell me like, literally, it's something I did with my friends back there all the time. You know, just kick the ball around, whatever we could find. And then when I moved here, we came as refugees actually.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we came as refugees in like 2005, I think, 2005, 2006. So I was like 5, 6 then. Okay. And then I don't even know how I joined the Dragons program, but yeah, I joined it, and then that's where I linked up with Josh, and then I've been playing since. So that's
crazy. Was playing soccer back home different than it was here? Because for me, bro, the way I learned how to play baseball. It was unorganized, bro. We were playing with a tennis ball, and we played. I swear to God, bro, with a stick, like a branch. And then one day, a kid, his dad was a security guard. This kid brought his dad's baton, bro.
My God.
His dad was you know how security guards have a baton, bro? He brought that to school and used it as a bat, bro. Damn. And like everybody, like there was no like we knew we were playing baseball, but there was no sense of like there was no rules or whatever. But it was super fun. But then like when it came to Canada, my dad asked me like, "What sport do you want to play?" I was like, "Oh, baseball," you know. But like it's so weird, you know. Philippines baseball, it's not it's a thing, but it's definitely different just coming from that side of things, like from that country. But like how different was it like playing in Kenya? Like what were your memories like playing soccer there?
I don't even remember.
Oh really? Oh yeah, like, you were 5.
I was so young, man. Like,
that's true.
Like when it comes to my memory regarding back home, like it comes in flashes. You know what I mean? There's certain things that I remember, but not too many vivid memories.
Yeah, I guess you were like 5. Bro.
Yeah,
so
I was not young.
Yeah, I don't even think you remember anything before like 3 or like 4.
I mean, yeah,
you know,
that's true.
So that's pretty cool. That's cool though. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, for me, I guess it would kind of relate a little bit to that environment thing. Like my dad played soccer, and well, I was born here, but my background is Portuguese, so it's like Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Go Portugal, go, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
off rip, that's like the first thing I get introduced to. So I feel like for me, it was pretty seamless into just playing soccer. I don't remember a time where like I chose to play soccer. It wasn't like, I want to play soccer. It was kind of like, we're gonna put you in soccer. Like, it wasn't like I was gonna be forced. Like if I didn't like it, I'm sure maybe I would have went a different route. But I guess I had a ticking to it, and I always played. Like, I never really remember a moment where I'm like, I want to play soccer. It was just like, I play soccer. And eventually, like, as I got older, I liked it, you know.
Yeah.
But at the start, it was kind of just like, I guess I like running around, kicking a ball. I didn't really know I was playing like an organized sport. Well, to a certain extent, you know what I mean?
So
I'd like to hear your side of that story as well. What like brought you into like baseball?
Honestly, that's just what it was. Honestly, like in the Philippines, I mean, I grew up really poor, like in the poor side in the Philippines. Like it was like in a little, like, I would say like in an island, but then so there wasn't a lot of resources and whatnot. But like I guess things just pick up. I mean, like I played tag as a sport, you know, like we played tag. We used to like, I'm not sure if you get like, we would take like old tires and like spin them and like run around with them, like that type of like childhood, you know, like I was actually outside, you know, and then I came to Canada when I was 9 years old, and then like I said, going back to that story, my dad asked me what sport I wanted to play, and then I said baseball, you know, and then like I was just committed. It was just so fun, and I guess I fell in love with it because that was the kind of like the first time I tasted what it's like to play a sport, you know, and like my dad was super supportive, bro. Like I don't know about you guys, but like for me especially, I think having support at a young age goes a long way. You know, that's where you build your confidence and your foundation, because like if my dad didn't like actually supported me and like made like play with me and whatnot, like I don't think I would have been like on that path of like being athletic. I mean, I don't look athletic, but like, you know what I mean? Just like taking that like athletic route. And I'm sure you guys would agree with this, but like being an athlete is such a great thing to be at a young age, because it pushes you away from doing like stupid shit, you know?
That's 100% facts,
Like it teaches you commitment right off the, like at an early stage of your life, you know? Commitment and just hardship too, you know? And 'cause that's just what life is.
I find that like nowadays that like I'm 23 now, and then you kind of just see like, I like to say this is around the age group that we're starting to see people's dreams die.
That's true. That's true. That's really true.
You're starting to see that like glimmer of people's eyes just leave a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
You know, whether it's settling for this life or whatever. But to go on to my point, I know that sports kept me out of like gang violence or even just being a waste man. Because now I see guys who are like older than me, who are just like in high school and everything, and they're just doing the same thing, bro. Like, but like, it's because of sports. It's because of football. Waking up at freaking 6 a.m. to go train on Saturdays, you know, when you don't want to train. Freaking everyday lifting, everyday running, trying to get better. And then when you get better and you see that, oh, I'm actually nice this season. Yeah. Because when I first started football, I was bad. I was very bad. And then I went through a season of, I went to Gridiron. Okay. For like a couple months. I came back, I was like, yo, I'm nice. And so you get addicted to that, like, oh, I want to be good. I want to get better. So it's like, it's now developing like a mission at like 14, 15, whatever, 13, you get what I'm saying? And then I found that it was like the only, like, even when you're in like school and everything, you could only relate to the athletes, you know? Yeah. So that's like how like we kind of formed our relationship as well. Yeah. It's like, because you don't really understand like a normal student comes to school, does their homework, boom, chills, whatever. Us, it's school, freaking practice, and then homework, and you're freaking exhausted from practice, which was like 3 hours or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, you know, we'd make crack jokes with each other and everything, and it's just like, there's a level of understanding that's very different from athletes and non-athletes.
Yeah, like I'll give you guys your flowers, man. Like I'm really impressed with like the friendship, the brotherhood that you guys have, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like going back to what you said, I think the reason why you guys are so close and whatnot is because of sports, right? You guys have something to relate to, you know, because at the end of the day, we typically gravitate towards people that have like similar mindset as us or like similar interest. And I think for you guys, because you guys were like athletes from like at an early age, you guys kind of understood each other and like kind of connected in some ways, you know? So, and like and unfortunately a lot of kids can't relate to that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, man, like it's awesome to see you guys that even after high school, you know, like even going back, like I'm not sure, are you guys still active with like playing football, soccer, or are you guys doing it as competitively as you are, or?
For me personally, yeah, I'm still active with it, and like it's like it's inconsistent in terms of
politics.
Yeah, like politics. Back to the politics thing, bro.
Okay. Question here. I'm sure everybody's dream here was to be a soccer player, a football player, baseball player. Yeah. What age did that dream die?
For me,
like
I can speak on that first. Maybe you guys would think about that. Yeah. I know for me it was 18.
18.
I don't know if it necessarily died, but I had to make a decision. To me, it was like, okay, you're ending youth soccer. You're either gonna go play men's soccer, or you're gonna go to university. I guess you can do both. Yeah. But to me, it was like I was playing a very high level in youth. Yeah. And I didn't want to go play like whatever. Like men's. You know, I knew if I wanted to play soccer at a high level, like I wanted to put time and effort into it. Like I wanted to genuinely improve. But like my parents were big on education stuff, and I had an interest in business and whatnot, and the education I went to. So I decided to go to university and study that, and I didn't pursue soccer. I didn't even really keep it up. Like I'd play pickup, but I never actually continued. So I would say 18 is when I just cut it. I kind of decided like.
You didn't decide to play like soccer for the university that you went to?
No. Like I just cut it off. Yeah.
Really?
You didn't even try out. I remember.
No, I didn't even try out.
Yeah.
Why was that? Like, were you like discouraged? Because like for me, being the size that I am in baseball, like everybody is just in like makes sense, but like in the baseball world, everybody's like obsessed with like tall. You know, like for me, like I was always written off, right? Yeah. Especially I'm like being like the stature that I'm in. Like I mean, I played well in my opinion. I played competitively, but like because like I'm a smaller dude, like I was always a write-off. Like there would be tournaments where I would play where there would be scouts watching, and then the moment I would go up and pitch, they would just walk away, bro, because they already had a biased perspective. And so like and that was happening when I was like 17, 18, and then that kind of just made me feel like, oh fuck, maybe this isn't for me. You know what I mean? Like that was for me, but for you, it's weird. Like you didn't even like bother in trying.
I don't know, bro. I think honestly, I was a little scared of like I see my friends like Charles who was gonna pursue soccer a little bit more. Yeah. And like, it scared me a little bit. Not that I didn't think he could make it and be successful, but it's like, I see a lot of my friends who kind of put more time into sports, and they didn't get that degree. And I valued that degree so much at the time where I'm like, I have to finish this and get through it. You know, looking back, maybe I would have changed my mind. I would have done soccer a little bit more. Yeah. Who knows how much longer, or at least maybe try to balance it. I don't know. But at the time, I honestly think it was a little bit of fear.
Okay. That's interesting.
I think I agree with that, because I remember the conversations like I had with them.
Yeah, same.
Back then, and it's like you've changed a lot. Yeah. Like a lot. I don't know if you see it, but like from the outside, from an outside perspective, you know, your priorities, but like just, you know, your perspective on a lot of things have shifted completely. And back then, I think you operated more on a fear-based way of thinking, whereas now you're a little bit more, you're more of a risk taker, you know, and I think there's a lot more confidence in your capabilities as well, you know, that backs up your decision making. Whereas I know back then it was a little bit more like, are you sure? Like, you know, look at the pros and cons. Like, you know, you got to really
systematic,
exactly.
More focused on the cons and the pros.
Our dreams are they're not logical like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Your dreams can't be.
I just feel like when you get older, things aren't as fun as they are anymore, because it just becomes so serious, right? Yeah. Because like a lot of the times, like the reason why we played soccer, baseball, and football was because it was fun. Yeah. But then it gets to an age where like there's a level of pressure. Like, yo, are you gonna pursue this? Are you gonna do this? Like,
you gotta feed your family.
You know what I mean? Like, exactly, bro.
You gotta become something. You know,
you
what
gotta
I mean?
become something.
Potential's not it anymore. We need results.
Exactly. No, and I think it sucks, but I mean, it's just, unfortunately, it's the reality. You know, and like, which what you're saying makes sense. You know, like you focus on education and whatnot, which is definitely really rational.
Yeah, it's important for sure. And like I still try to play soccer, not competitively, but in a pickup sense now. And I've transitioned to doing kickboxing and MMA and stuff like that, which is good. I enjoy. But I know, speaking for Charles, like that dream hasn't necessarily died, but there was moments where you felt probably like ups and downs with it, right?
Are you still pursuing the soccer career? Because last time I remember, like, you were doing some traveling, or like you planned going somewhere.
I was
like
going to Brazil. And then I went to Portugal for a bit, and then maybe like, I don't know if you saw me before, but I was also gonna go to Northern Ireland, and I ended up going, but COVID like completely ruined that.
That was a whole story.
That was a whole story. We can get into that later. But
so, are you considered like a pro athlete? Like, were you like
right now,
like,
or back then,
or like, however, like, were like playing for those teams? Was that pro? Or was that more like?
I think.
Like, how do you
in
how do you
Brazil,
even define
I think
pro?
in Brazil, once you start getting paid.
Okay, and you were getting paid.
That's the thing. There was a lot of politics
Okay.
back then, and like just a lot of document issues.
Okay.
When I was in Brazil, and then like,
So they never paid you?
They never registered us. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the players that went there, the team that we trained with and played for, there was just a lot of discrepancies everywhere.
Okay.
And like our handler, the guy that was supposed to be like taking care of our documentation and like, you know, essentially taking care of us, like he wasn't doing his job at all. You know.
And how were you able to like live? Like, were you
Man.
guys picking up jobs, or were you guys?
No. So the guy who organized it here in Canada, like, you know, it was a whole business thing that he was doing on his end, and like we had paid him, and like he used that as supposed to fund our stay there and the food and everything. But even then, it was a bit difficult sometimes, in particularly regarding the food.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like sometimes it would, you know, we might not get all the meals.
And then as an athlete, that's important, bro. That's your fuel, bro.
Very important,
So
man.
it's like it was an experience. Let's just say that there was, you know, plenty of bad, but there was also plenty of good.
Yeah.
That transpired from it. And you know, I learned a lot from that whole ordeal. You know, but like to kind of go back into your original question of like, what was it? You asked
when did that
age
dream
did it
die
die?
of making your sport as a career?
Yeah.
But I didn't know you were still pursuing it.
Man,
somewhat.
Honestly, yeah, I still am.
Okay,
It's
good.
I feel like it's died multiple times.
Yeah.
But it's just no.
You gotta revive it.
No, I'm being serious, bro. It's like
CPR, bro.
it's like
Defibrillator.
I feel like it's died multiple times, but it's like just something within me
Yeah.
refuses to let it, you know, just let it be. You know, I don't know what it is. It's like
Maybe that's your calling, bro. Maybe it may not be you playing, but it might be just you being in the industry. Whether you coaching people, you like one-on-one training people. Maybe soccer is just your destiny.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes when we think of our destiny, it's just one direction, but it could be a multitude of things, right?
For sure.
You could still soccer could be your destiny in a sense that like you could go help out other kids pursue their dream. You know, like you train other people and whatnot. You know, you're still in the industry, but you know, that's amazing that you're still pursuing it. That regardless of how many times you've wanted to give up or have given up.
to
be exact.
I mean, I just think like physically, I think I'm gifted in that regard. Like, and I don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
You know, because we're only young for so long. You know,
Yeah.
and like we only have this strength and speed and capabilities for so long, and I'm like, man, if I have it for 5 years more or 6 years more, I want to maximize it as much as possible. And then, you know, because this was the argument that I had to Josh and a lot of the our other friends and everything. Like when I had told them, like, yeah, bro, like I'm dropping out of university. Yeah, I'm just gonna pursue footy full time. It's like, to me, school is always gonna be there.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's always gonna be there. And I love education. I love learning new things. And I enjoy being in school.
Yeah.
But it's just like, that's something that's going to be there whether I'm 20 or 50 years old.
Absolutely. Because honestly, I could argue that experience is much more important than education. Yeah. Because because you learn so much through experience, right? Even just grinding through life, you just learn so much. You know, whether like you may not be successful, but at the end of the day, you didn't just waste your time, you know, because you gain something out of it, you know, because a lot of people, when they do something, they're afraid to start something new because they feel like they're starting from scratch. No, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that's beautiful, bro.
Definitely. And it's like, you won't be young forever. That was my argument for like soccer and stuff. And like for you in particular, man, you don't understand. Guys, Josh to me, by far one of the most talented players.
Bro, I just know this guy was quick, bro.
Man, he was, dirty, quick. Dirty, and he still is dirty, man. That's the thing. Like,
trying to be humble over there.
I'm telling you, like, yo, David, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
Man, Josh, if you ever like, if you went back in time, or if we all went back in time, and like, you chose to make a different decision, you chose to like go 10 toes in on soccer. Yeah. I would put all my money on him making it first professionally out of all the people that I knew at that time who played soccer.
Damn,
that's how much faith and like confidence that I had in his skill.
I
and
really
it's like,
appreciate that, wow.
like, I remember telling this guy all the time, like, his game always reminded me of, you guys know Messi, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The way Josh played was reminiscent of Messi.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Like the way he glues the ball to his feet. Listen
hard. This guy's gassy.
Listen, crazy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He might not have had the like the silverware or like, you know, all that stuff, but man, his game, you seen him play. Yeah. You would think like, ooh, like you'd see flashes.
Yeah. No, I do remember vividly, bro. This guy is quick, bro. And that's the thing, yo, Josh, you can't discount yourself because sometimes you don't think you're as good as something as you actually are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, not until you see it from a different perspective. Like, have you ever seen it? Like, have you ever seen yourself do a highlight video? Like someone filming you things. Sometimes you catch, like, oh damn, that was actually nice. Yeah, you know. But in that moment, from your point of view, you're just like, okay, that was nothing. But from like other people's point of view, it's like, yo, that was amazing. You know what I mean?
Even the little sessions that we had like last year when we were training soccer, we do like one-on-ones in like a confined space. Yeah, I'd get shifted hard.
Yo, soccer players, they're soccer like. Do soccer players do people look for like big dudes in soccer, like tall? Because I know not everybody's like over 6 foot tall in soccer, huh?
Bro, Messi's considered the greatest for a lot of people, and he's like what 5'6",
5'5"?
Yeah, he's short. He's short.
5'6".
Okay. You know, and there's players that have been shorter than him that have, you know, impacted the game tremendously.
This is perfect that we came to this point. What is it? I'm very confused. Why are baseball players tall?
Well, for pitchers, the reason why they look for people that are taller is because the taller you are, the longer stride you have, and then so the longer stride you have, the quicker you can throw like the ball, you know, so instead of like, for me, I'm a shorter dude, my release point is right here. Yeah. A longer dude with a longer stride, longer arms, his release point would be right here. So then that gives it more of a
shorter distance to travel.
Exactly. Okay. And then also just leverage, bro. Just height gives you so much more leverage. Yeah. And so for me, there was a guy on my team that was pretty good, but I was better than him. Yeah. Like, not to stroke my own cock here, but like I was better than him. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this guy couldn't throw strikes. Yeah. But then like the coaches, like, he got to play for Team Canada and whatnot. And then the reason why they were saying, oh, we wanted to take this guy onto the team is because they're saying that you can't teach a guy how to throw fast, but you can teach a guy how to throw strikes. You know what I mean? So that was their bias. Like for me, like, I guess if you were to pick someone. If you were to take someone that is shorter, you can't really teach them to throw fast because that's the maximum output that they can have physically. Yeah. Whereas like throwing strikes is a skill that you can teach someone. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I see. Do you agree with that, or?
I would disagree with that.
Yeah, because I disagree with that.
Yeah. But that's the thing. And in the sports, bro, there's always biases.
Politics,
you know what I mean? Politics and whatnot. People get written off really quickly in sports, bro. And that's a harsh
it's
reality.
That eye test.
That's a harsh reality.
In football, we call it the eye test. If you're not like 6'3", 225 pounds, you might as well just warm up the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why is that?
Football is like, they look for monsters, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? True, huh? It's a very physical sport. So the bigger you are, the better. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But it's like, sometimes I get confused because it's like say for example, a position like defensive back. There's this like, a cornerback, for example, there's like this fixation, this fascination on the guys who are like 6'3", long, rangy. But for me personally, if I were to get a cornerback, I'd like them to be in like that 5'10" to 6 feet range because they can move very well.
They're a bit more agile, but still be really athletic.
Because it takes when it's taller guys, it takes them a long time. Well, unless you're a genetic freak, it takes them a longer time in order to just change directions and everything. You know, so
it's funny because sometimes I have just crazy weird thoughts in my head. I'm just like, man, I'm pretty short, but like if I knew how to fly, would the NBA take me, bro? You know what I mean? No, did I? Yeah. Would the NBA take me, bro? Well, I mean, if I knew how to fly.
What's that? Who's the shortest active?
Or is it Thomas?
No,
he's not playing no more. Right?
I think the shortest active right now is someone that's like 5'11".
Really?
5.
But even when Isaiah was like playing, like year or two that he was like tearing.
No, I think Nate Robinson was shorter than him.
Yeah, Nate Robinson was 5'7". 5'7", yeah.
Damn, bro, Nate Robinson was my height.
And this is
what?
Quote unquote.
Yes, bro.
And this is with shoes on too. They measure with shoes on. Yeah.
Damn, are you serious?
He was 5'7". He was dunking, bro. That's a genetic freak, though. You know
that's not normal,
bro. He won the dunking contest.
Like windmill dunking. That's like I'm not talking about no rim grazers. Barely. Nah, he's jumping. His head's touching the rim. Like
he got knocked out by Jake Paul, though, bro.
After that, your career's done.
I know, bro.
It doesn't
matter. I don't know why he did that, bro. Honestly, I mean, for the money, I get it, bro. But getting knocked out cold like that, that's wild, bro.
My kids have to see it. Well, I'm in a sport that's actually very possible. So I
know, bro. That's wild, though. Bro, getting knocked out is just... Okay, getting knocked out is one thing, but getting knocked out in front of the world is a whole another thing. But getting knocked out by a guy who's seen as someone that's, like, not even, like, serious is a whole different thing.
But you look at the size difference on that. Like, that's the only thing that holds me to think, like, okay, he got knocked out. It is what it is. But the size difference, like, Jake Paul's a way taller guy, no?
Yeah. Jake Paul's like probably 6'1". No. He's like 6 feet, 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah. Nate Robinson's 5'7". And just the weight difference. Jake Paul probably walks around with like 210. To be real.
Absolutely.
Nate probably walks around with like 175. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. Oh, I guess it's my turn to answer the question. My football died for me at 20.
20? Why 20?
Because I just came from Florida. I was at a prep school down there, like junior college. We're playing junior colleges. I injured my ankle. To this day, I don't know what it was. All I know is that I couldn't walk on it properly for 7 months. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was like...
You didn't get it diagnosed?
Nah, because it's like... Because back in Florida, it's like there's no free healthcare, right?
Yeah, that shit's
so it's like you got to pay for... I wasn't trying to pay like the $5K.
But then when you came here, you didn't get it checked out?
I got it checked out when I came here, and they were like, "Yeah, you're good to go." You know how Canada is, but so it died for me in 2020. So I was trying to make a comeback, going back to Florida in 2019, and then going into 2020. 2020 comes, and obviously we know what happened. The bleep happened. Okay, are they still censoring that?
I don't know. I don't care, bro. We're not monetized.
Okay, yeah.
We're not monetized, and
you know,
COVID.
COVID came through. COVID came through and just destroyed that. So I was like, bro, I had a whole like ego death like night. Like it was like I was literally watching like I think I was watching those conspiracy freaking videos.
Yeah.
Of like they're saying like the NFL's rigged, the Illuminati's with the NFL and all this stuff. I was watching that and I'm like, they doing this after touchdown.
That's true, bro. No.
Bro, I was like, I have to sell my soul for money. I was like, bro, I wasn't having it, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about I was in full tears. I was like, bro, I got to give it up, bro.
Damn.
It's not for me. It was, that was part of it, but mostly it was just like, yo, like, you don't understand. Like, even with this guy, I gave him my all, and that's why I'm so proud that like
that's good.
You know what I'm saying? I gave my all, and I wasn't good enough. I can hang my hat on that every day.
There you go, man. As long as you can say that you're proud of yourself and you're proud of everything that you've done, that's all that matters, bro. Because fulfillment comes from being proud of yourself. You know, a lot of people just right off of like happiness. I've said this before. Happiness is a temporary state.
Yeah.
Right. Like I could be happy right now. I could walk out of that door and be upset.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm fulfilled, I'm fulfilled with what I'm doing and I'm proud of myself, I can walk out that door, same situation can arise, but I'll still go home and feel somewhat fulfilled. You know what I mean? It's not such a temporary thing. And so to commit yourself into something that you've truly given your all, and sometimes you just gotta accept the fact, maybe I'm just not as good as I wanted to be. I'm just not as good as everyone, and it happens. That's reality. But to be able to just acknowledge that and just be cool with it goes a long way.
And I look at it too, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very grateful that I didn't get into like a crazy D1 school, go the NFL route, because bro, it's like there's a lot of, I don't know, man. I feel like football, maybe it's just because I'm doing MMA now. I don't like the fact that I can lose a game based off of someone else's deficiencies. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that a lot. I really don't like that. It's like, I know this guy, he doesn't take it serious as I do.
Yeah.
And we lost again because he can't freaking cover. Okay. Or he doesn't know what play. You know what I'm saying? So it's very frustrating when you can, because, bro, when you're in the football, the one thing about being on the football team is that it's probably the best experience of your life, bro. Like, really? 100 dudes on one mission. Yeah. Every day you feel like you're going to war. You're just dicking around the entire time. It's so fun. Yeah. But although it's fun, it's like you're seeing that this guy's not taking it serious and he's starting. I have to put my trust into him. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in, that
just rides off of like you being competitive and like you just wanting, mm-hmm. And that's great. That's a great transition then going to MMA, because like in MMA, bro, like it's just you. Yeah. It's you and your coaches, but at the end of the day, it's just you in that ring. Yeah. You know, it's just you versus the other guy. Mm-hmm. It's like the gladiator days, you know? And like, bro, it's either you or him. Yeah. And whoever wins is just the better man. You know
100%. What I mean? Yeah. And so I'll basically say, I had my first amateur kickboxing fight Saturday.
Yes.
I'll just take you through that, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tell me, bro. Like, so just to give you a little background, just going back, actually, last year, I would just see you and Josh training at the park, bro.
The NRC.
NRC. I'm just walking my dog, and I'm just seeing, like, I've already been doing Muay Thai for years, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm just saying, oh, those guys are doing I didn't see you guys kicking, but you guys were hitting the pads. I was like, respect. And, like, I see you guys again. I was like, oh, shit, that's Chaz and Josh, you know? And then couple months later, I see you guys training the same gym as me. You know? And then you guys were taking that shit serious, bro. Like, you guys were there every day. Not just every day. You would do double shifts, bro. You would go in the morning.
Working, bro. He was working.
You were going there in the morning and then in the afternoon.
Still am, bro. Still am.
Oh, fuck yeah. And then you just had your first fight last Saturday. So tell me about that, bro.
Bro, okay, so first off, I didn't really feel the emotion, the anxiety. I didn't feel that until literally the night before.
Like the butterflies?
Yeah, the butterflies. I didn't feel that until Friday night. And when it came Friday night, it was like, I don't know if you ever tried like edibles. It's like, it just all hit at once. I was like, whoa. I think I was watching a movie, just posted, and then literally just the thoughts just come in. And now I'm just like, oof, my stomach hurts. Mm-hmm. I got to get up, shadow box a little bit, because I find that whenever you're nervous, the best remedy for that is movement. It's to like get you outside of that, you know? Yeah. So, you know, it wasn't one thing that I noticed, and this was just my observation of just that day. It's like everything was trying its best in its power to just make sure that I don't get to the fight. So Friday happens, it comes, I'm fighting with my sister. You know what I'm saying? We're in a little dispute, whatever, we're beefing. You know what I'm saying? Me and my sister never beef. You know what I'm saying, mind you. Okay. First time we're beefing in like years. And it's like, it's deep, you know what I'm saying? The next morning, so I told my mom, yo, like, we need to go to this location. I need you to drive me, you feel me? So she's like, yeah, whatever. So I wake up the next day on Saturday morning. I go, you know, I look outside in our little driveway. The car's gone. I'm like, yo, like, we got to leave in like an hour, you know what I'm saying? Because the place is about 45 minutes out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I got to go weigh in prior to the bout, do this medical, you know, they have to check you up. Yeah. You have to do, see your registration, all of that. So I had to get that done. So I'm like, the car's not here. So I go upstairs to my mom, just like, yo, like, where's the car? She's like, oh, your dad has it. And I'm like, what do you mean my dad has it? I told you we need to have the car for today. Call my dad. I'm like, yo, like, what time are you coming back? He's like, yo, I'm coming back at like 1 o'clock. I'm like, bro, I need to be there for like 11:30, like 12. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like, I only have like 40 minutes to figure out a ride. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or else I'm not fighting. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this guy knows how long it's been. It's been 7 months since I've been trying to get a fight. Because it's hard to find fights in heavyweight, I guess, in the local division. So I'm panicking. And this is the first time, like, I'm with my mom and like, I screamed. This is the first time I ever screamed in my mom's presence. I was like, fuck! I was like that, and like I was angry, you know what I'm saying? I go downstairs and I'm just thinking, okay, how am I good? I'm calling people, yo, can you bring me? Oh, nah, I can't, bro, you know. Yo, can you bring me here? Oh, bro, shoot, man, I'm hungover, my bad, bro, you know. I'm like, all right, okay. Yo, can you help me? Nah, I don't even have the car on me. I call my homegirl Louise, and I'm like, yo, can you? First of all, the thing is, I wasn't even gonna call her. I was like, nah, she's probably busy, and I was like, yo, I don't have a choice right now, so I call her. I'm like, yo, I explained the situation. I need your help. She's like, oh yeah, I'll make it work. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay. Oh, wow. You know, you got me. You feel me? So picks me up. We drive over. We get to weigh-ins. So weigh-ins, I had to have like specific documents in order to show. So I show the documents, whatever. So then I go into now we're officially weighing in. Now I have to. So I'm about to weigh in, step on the scale, and then the guy who I'm registering, he's like, "Hey, make sure you have Muay Thai shorts as well." You know what I'm saying? To weigh in. I'm like, I can't just weigh in like these. He's like, no, you have to have Muay Thai shorts. And I'm like, why? And he's just like, that's just the rule. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, and he's just like, is this your first time? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you need to find a Muay Thai shorts. And I'm like, okay, I guess. So I don't have any Muay Thai shorts. I'm calling my coach. I'm like, yo, can you bring me a pair? He's not answering. He's busy. Then I see some dude who already weighed in. I'm like, bro, yo, can I? This is gonna be a weird like situation, but can I borrow your shorts to weigh in? This and that. Shout out to Mike. He came through. Okay. He came through. We went in the back. Awkward situation. Takes off his pants. I'm watching the man.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy, bro.
I put on the pants. I go back. Back to the little weigh-ins. Weigh in. Doctor does this little. They check your blood pressure and they check your your hands and everything to see concussion tests as well. Everything checks out. Boom. We're ready to go. Now I'm liberated. You feel me? Because majority in that situation, I think 4 fighters had to fight drop out because they weren't on weight or they were missing some documents. Like in the fight game, most of the fights end. Like the hardest part is getting to the weigh-in.
To the fight.
To the fight is the hardest part. Everything after that is easy.
Yeah.
So finally, I'm in the car. Whatever. Louise drops me back off home, and then like now it's just like I've never had this experience where it's like, bro, I was so nervous and so like distraught that I could literally feel my energy levels zapping like slowly, as if like by me every time I think about the fight, every time I play a scenario in my mind, it's like I just ran a kilometer, you know?
Damn.
So that's happening to me, and I'm just like, bro, I need to go to sleep. You hear what I'm saying? I was so tired to the point where like I literally went in my bed. I fell asleep for about 45 to an hour. Woke up and I was like, all right, let's go. I was like, yeah.
So your weigh-in was at around 11, and then what time was
at
the
12.
fight?
My fight officially started at what? It was what, like 8:30?
Oh, okay. So you had time to go.
Yeah. So, so I got home, fell asleep, woke up, and I'm like, okay, like let's get it cracking. Got everything prepared. You know, I'm shadow boxing. Everything's coming. And then, you know, I got to ride with my boy Nyako. He was in the car. He was in the car as well.
Oh, Nyako.
So,
shout out to Nyako.
Oh, you know Nyako?
Oh, yeah. We all went to the
same school.
Bro.
Yeah.
He's from Madagascar, right?
Yeah. We all went to the same school. God damn. Yeah.
Can you pronounce his last name?
No, I actually don't. What's his last name?
Bro, it's so difficult to pronounce.
No. Okay, I won't even try.
It's like the whole alphabet.
I don't want to disrespect Nyako's last name.
I'm gonna show you his afterwards on my phone. I have it from like e-transfer, but it's so crazy. So he drives me over, and I finally get to the location where we're about to fight. It's like in Kempville, right? So just watch, and now I'm just zen. I'm just like I'm finally here. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see my opponent. He's like 2 rows down. I'm like, he's like 6'3", you know, probably around 230 as well. I'm like, oh, this is my, you know, this is my meal for the night type deal. You feel me? Like something like that. So watching the fights, and then finally it gets to the point where it's time for us to go to the locker room and just hit pads. So I'm hitting pads, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm hitting pads, and I'm like, my legs don't feel like they're under me. You know what I'm saying? My legs do not feel like they're under me because it's my first experience. You know, like the nerves are like I can feel them getting to me, but it was weird because like I could feel the nerves in terms of like my body wasn't there. My body wasn't reacting as fast as I wanted it to happen, but I was very calm. It was a weird feel. I've never felt an experience like that. So finally, you know, time's coming, and I put all my stuff, and now it's time for me to do my walkout.
What song?
I walk up to Swiss Beats by Young Thug. It goes, La 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 la. It's like that. I love it. I love it. It's a sick song. Check it out if you have time. But so there was like a little area where I was just like kind of just like walking back and forth, pacing. You know, I could see people around me, but I was just so locked into like, yo, like I'm about to go to war. So finally come through. My walkout happens. I don't feel anything. Like it's time to go eat. You feel me? So I go up the stairs. Boom, boom, boom. There's a whole little ritual you got to do for Muay Thai, with the whole blessing of the four corners, all this, whatever. So then finally, the referee brings us into the middle of the ring in order to touch gloves. And this guy's like, she's explaining the rules, and this guy's just eyeing me, and I'm like, I'm not like, imagine like this is the ref right here. He's just making direct eye contact to me, and I'm just looking at her like this. Yeah. Because I'm not trying to play. Like, I don't know why, but I was just like,
I'm not trying to give him attention.
Like, this isn't like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but this doesn't scare me. You know what I'm saying? I come from a football background. Like, I face niggas who are way bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even just, I'm not gonna lie, even just like talking about it right now, I can feel my heart like pumping because it's like reliving the experience again. So then, boom, we get back into the ring, and now it's go time. And go time happens. I see the fight. I don't know what's happening. I'm just full on, just my eyes are peeled, and I'm just reacting. Like it was like the fight was only, it was 2 minute rounds of, it was 2 minute rounds, 3 rounds, so 6 minutes in total.
Yeah.
I can't like, in terms of memories, I don't recall anything.
It's always like that.
Yeah,
right?
I don't recall.
It's almost like your
thing.
body's moving on its own.
Exactly.
And like you're hyper aware, but it's like a tunnel vision.
Yeah.
It's almost like everything is calculated, but you're not really thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just moving. Like I've never been into like an amateur fight, but like even sparring, it's just like that.
It's
so,
so heightened, and like I could hear. I don't know. You know when you know in those movies when someone's coming out of a coma and you can kind of hear the muffles of the freaking doctor.
Yeah.
It's almost as if that's like the entire crowd. Was it loud?
It was loud.
It was loud. To me, it was like someone was like whispering in the back of my ear.
And that's the thing, bro. Is because your other senses was heightened. Like you don't need hearing. You need your senses. You need your eyes, your vision, and you
reflexes,
need your feeling, your reflexes, so all of that. So that makes.
So
sense.
watching the fight back, I'm not gonna lie. Watching the fight back, I was impressed with some things because I didn't even realize I was doing it. But I was very disappointed in terms of my performance because I was just like, congrats, you won versus some guy who's a scrub. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't know why, but like I just want to finish every single time. It was a decision. I won by decision, split decision. But I don't know. For me, I want to finish. You feel me? That's the goal that I'm going for every single time. So, but the thing is though, after the fight happened, the exhaustion was something that I wasn't expecting. Like. My coach told me it was going to be a sprint. It was like, it's a sprint for about 10 kilometers. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Like you're going as hard as you possibly can. Because if you let up, he's going to come for you. You know? And if you let up, he's not going to take it easy on you. You feel me? I'd rather be him than me. So afterwards, I got out the ring. I won. I felt like I didn't even enjoy the win. I was just so tired. I was really like, I don't know if you guys see me. They're in the ring. They were like guiding me. I was like, yeah, the picture here.
You guys were both.
Yeah, we were watching.
So
they were literally dragging him. Like his body was just sagged over.
I was just like, the only thing. What's up?
I think it's because all your adrenaline just flushes out of your body, right?
Yeah.
You just use all that, and your body's not used to that. It might have been, but maybe not to that extent.
So I get out, and then like these guys, I went to go greet these guys. I saw just dark shadows everywhere. I didn't know who was who. I was like, whatever. And then I go into the back, and like the way that I described it, it was honestly like a psychedelic experience. Really? I was so outer body. I was like, it literally felt like I was watching a movie and I wasn't even in my body. It wasn't until probably, I'd say, the fight happened on Saturday. It wasn't until probably Monday or Tuesday that I actually felt like I was back in my body. Question.
I know you're saying that it was an outer experience.
Yeah.
When you were getting punched in the face and getting kicked,
I didn't feel anything.
Did you feel anything?
I didn't feel anything. Wow. It's so weird. I didn't feel anything.
Really?
Yeah. So I think it attests to what you're saying in terms of that adrenaline dump. After that, the next 2 days, 3 days, I've never had so much fatigue in my life, bro. Like I'm talking about like, I think yesterday I slept for like 12 hours. Like the day before that, I slept for like 10. And it was like, my body was like, nah, we need more sleep. We need more sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a one-of-one experience. One-of-one experience for sure. Yeah.
I think that's why everybody says you got to get into the ring at least once in your life.
Yeah. It will change your life 100%.
Is it different than just like in-house?
So much different. Yeah. And even the way that I carry myself now, after just having one fight, it just feels like life just feels different. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel more confident Do you as well? Like ever since you guys started martial arts, do you guys feel some level of like confidence?
100%, 100%, 100%.
Because I literally told Charles this. The same thing is like. Once I started martial arts, like you walk the street with a little bit chest up. I'm not looking for a fight, obviously.
Yes.
But it's like I know I can defend myself to a certain extent.
Just
much
knowing
more, right?
that, no,
it's like, for example, like you're very good at baseball, right? Compared to the average person. I'm very good at beating people up compared to the average person.
Yeah,
you know
no, absolutely.
So it's like. When I tell you guys I make this joke all the time, I literally walk into the room. I'm like, no nigga in here can whoop me.
I know, bro. Let me
no
tell
one
you.
can whoop me.
Let me tell you something about this too. Like a lot of people, okay, like obviously the physical difference plays a factor, but like people need to understand that fighting is just like a sport. Like you can't expect to beat me in baseball because you have never done it. Just because you have the physical advantage does not mean you're gonna beat me in baseball, right? You're taller than me, you're bigger than me, you're stronger than me. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna be better than you at baseball, and they accept that because I've been playing baseball for a while.
Exactly.
But when it comes to fighting, you think it's different, bro. Fighting is a sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same movement. It's the same mental thing. It's like, yeah, you've never fought, but like I've been training for years. Like I have an edge on you.
Yeah.
You know, but people just think differently when it comes to fighting. For some reason, I don't know.
It's
bro.
that it's that male ego, bro. You don't want to. You don't want to admit that this guy can beat me up, bro.
Yeah.
You don't want
to.
to.
I think so.
But my Glock is
undefeated. Have you guys ever
undefeated
been
still.
into a like street fight?
Never been in a street fight. No.
Have you?
No.
I've been in so many fights when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
Actually, yeah, like in
Yeah.
school, I've been in fights.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You remember he was in your grade, Nestor?
Yeah. No way, you fought him? No way.
Bro, it was because we both went to Thomas Darcy McGee. It was an elementary school, right?
Okay.
I think he was like grade 5, maybe, or grade 6, and I was a year below. And like he was like recess was over or whatever. Him and I just duked it out. Like we just fought, bro.
Just for fun,
Bro,
No
I actually
context.
don't
Just
know,
recess.
Dude.
I actually like I don't even know how it started or who started it, but like all I remember, whenever I think about Nestor and our time at school together, I'm like, oh yeah, I fought the guy, and I'm
Bro,
like, I don't even know how
to
it
give people
transpired.
like a description of Nestor. Nestor is like a big ass Dominican dude. He probably looked like he was 15 at 5th grade, bro.
Yeah.
Like
he
like,
was big,
bro. Right
big,
now, when you
yeah.
see Nestor, he just looks like a man, bro. Like he doesn't even look like he's in his 20s. But that's crazy.
But nah,
I didn't
shout out
know
to
that.
Nestor though. He's dope. He's dope.
He is.
He's
He
dope.
is.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, and honestly, like, I mean, I've been into streets fight, but like that's in the Philippines. You know, here like it's a bit different here. I got in a fight in like 6th grade, but ever since like never really gone into any altercation. And like as you just get older, like you just have more things to lose. You know, like it's not worth it, bro. Like if I get into a fight right now outside, I can't go home. You know, like who's gonna look after my dog?
Yeah.
My business is gonna go to shit.
Yeah.
My reputation is gonna go to shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's just like fighting is, as much as like as cool it is, it's really not that cool.
Yeah.
If you're fighting for the wrong reason, you know what I mean?
To
But-
protect yourself by all means, but if like, you know, just those douchebags who just puff their chest like, yo,
Yes.
do you know who I am? I'm
Yeah.
like, God damn it, bro.
I wish.
Go start a family. You're 30
I
in the
know,
club, bro. Like, come on, man.
But that's the thing too, though. Like people that know how to fight aren't looking for fights.
Yeah.
That's
They're-
just it.
The fighters are the calmest people on the planet, bro.
Absolutely.
It's facts.
Just because they know they got it.
Yeah.
They know they got it, bro. There's nothing to prove, bro. It's just like these super rich billionaires, bro. They don't need to flash bling
Exactly.
blings, bro.
Yeah.
They know they got it. They have nothing to prove. Similar with fighting, bro. It's just a whole different.
That's facts.
But
thing.
what got you into Muay Thai? Because I know you were doing Muay Thai like when we was in high school, no?
Yeah, no, I got into Muay
like
Thai
right after?
probably like 2018.
Okay, yeah,
I
but
got
still,
into
yeah.
Muay Thai in 2018. It's a funny story. Like I mean, I feel like everybody here, we all admired action movies, Jackie
Yes,
Chan. Just every
100%.
time you would see that, like you always just found that like enticing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted to do that, but never got the chance to because I was super committed to baseball.
Yeah.
And not until one day, where it was like 2018, it was like summer, like 12:30 a.m. Bro, I was at Fit for Less, bro. 12 Fit for Less at Gloucester. If you know that place, you're a grinder if you go there, you know. But
Very sad.
I saw this guy just shadow boxing, bro, and he just looked so cool, bro. I was just fuck yeah, like I gotta give this guy his praises, bro.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I walked up to him and was like, hey man, I just want to say, bro, that's your. I just introduced myself, you know, just
Yeah.
asking what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then that interaction went by, and then a couple of weeks later, I'm at Zoomies, bro, and then like I just see someone like grab me, bro. I was like, hey, I was like, what the fuck? Who are you, bro? And it turns out it's the same guy that was training, you know.
Okay, who would have thought?
And then like we connected, and he introduced me to He told me to go to the gym, like N1 Thai. Have you guys know that? So that's where I started.
Stanley? Do you know Stanley Joseph?
Yeah, of course. He went to LBP, bro.
Yeah.
He's strong, bro.
For a little guy, yeah, strong.
He's not even little, bro. He's tall, bro.
How tall is he?
Stanley?
Stanley's pretty tall, bro. I mean, for me at least.
Okay,
Maybe he might
yeah.
be your height, bro.
No,
But
he was like
is he?
5, like 9.
No, he's taller than me.
No, he's taller,
I'll say
bro.
he's like 5'10" at least.
Which
He's
Stanley?
5'10".
Stanley Joseph.
The one that we trained with?
Yeah.
That black
No,
dude, bro.
he isn't
No.
5'9".
Bro, he's strong, bro.
No,
Let me tell you
he
something,
isn't.
bro. That guy humbled me, bro, because I thought I was nice, but then I saw him, and then like he whooped me, bro.
If I
He
tell
was
you.
he was fucking teeping me, just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
clinch, bro. His clinch grip is
clinch is
strong,
really good, yeah.
and I find out he's like fucking like.
16. No, at the time he was like 14, like 13.
Bro, I know he
right?
was like 16
He was
or
16,
17,
yeah, something like
and
that,
I was
yeah.
like in my like 21. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
bro. And this guy was at LBP. Bro, high school is beating me up, bro. Bro, you know how humbling that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
when a high schooler is whooping your ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, okay, but yeah. Anyway,
This guy
so I
said,
trained
"Fuck."
there, and then
He was at N1, right?
he was at N1.
Okay, yeah.
But I was, yeah, he was
Stanley,
at
if
N1.
you're seeing this, bro, we need to train together. I lost your
Is
contact.
he still training?
I
He was
don't know.
pretty good, bro. He was low
Yeah, he
key.
was really good. He's the one that like who. Well, I wouldn't say he's the one, but like when COVID happened,
Yeah.
and like we were all training outside, I was with him all the time because he knew
Bro,
he was in my
that
neighborhood.
guy got D's too.
Much love,
I
bro,
thought he
much
was a little
love.
chubby, and then he got like D's.
He's
solid.
deep. When
He's
was
solid.
because when I last saw him like 2 summers ago, he was chubby.
He's not, bro. He was chiseled.
And he was
This was before COVID.
Okay, yeah. So he
Before
was
COVID.
chiseled before that.
Yes.
And the thing is, the reason why you guys probably think he's taller because he's long.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
But now he filled in a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. So he doesn't look as tall. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah. But yeah, no, he was pretty tall. Like when we were clinching, he was looking down at me. That
Yeah.
that
Okay.
was the height difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I started at N1, just fell in love with it, bro.
Yeah.
Just fell in love with it, and then like, it's just a different feeling, bro. Like just hitting the bags gets old, but like once you start sparring, that's when it's like it's a game changer because
It's
you're
fun,
playing
yeah.
chess, bro.
Yeah.
You're playing chess with another person. It's just you versus him, you know. And like honestly, if for anybody that's just starting martial arts, you can't go in there with an ego because when I went in there, I thought I was like, yo, I'm strong. I power lifted. I'm stronger than everybody. I got my ass handed to me, bro. And like it just humbles you. Like you literally get humbled the moment you walk in.
Yeah.
Because like people just look at you equal. You know, like sometimes when you have an ego, you just think you're better than everyone. But the moment you put your gloves on and someone punches you in the face, you're just like, whoa, what the fuck?
Bro.
You know, and you can't do anything about it. And if it's a high schooler on top of that, bro, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a really humbling experience, bro.
A lot of because what I've realized, and this is the confidence I have in my ability, a lot of people can't even throw a simple punch.
No.
You see when people go through. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like full on. You see NFL athletes, you see
Makers, you know?
NBA. I'm like, bro, I can see that. Like
You can telegraph it, but this is the
I
thing
can
too,
see
like,
that, you
but
know?
not gonna lie, before I did martial arts, that's how I threw punches, bro.
Exactly,
I thought
yeah.
I was like, yo, I play baseball. I'm just gonna whip my arm, bro. Like, yo, but like back then I thought that was logical, but now that I think about it, I'm a fool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was a fool to think that.
The biggest humbler for me was jiu-jitsu. Well, to be honest, I knew that because I knew that I would get humbled quick because
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is a different game because it's like not only are like little kid they're smaller than you too when they're tapping you
Yes.
out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Like
bro.
considerably. Like, do you remember Caden?
Bro, he's
Yo.
really good. He's really
Bro,
He's really
he's
good.
like what 18, probably what like 5'6",
5'6", 120 pounds. That could choke me out.
Freaking
Easily,
ankle
too.
picking, freaking ankle locking me. Damn.
I know, bro. It's
Every
crazy.
2 seconds, bro.
Bro, Charles, bro, you gotta do martial arts.
And
bro.
I'm like
After this
5'30",
podcast, let's
bro.
roll in the other room, bro.
That's
Give him a little taste.
Yeah. Bro,
But-
and then you get like the old cats who are
Yes.
like 56. Homeboys like has all these injuries and he's just chilling when you're
I
trying to
know, bro.
strength your way into something.
Bro, the funniest story is when I took a long break. I think I almost took 2 years break, and then I went to Gracie Bar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh fuck, sparring, bro. And actually went to a sparring class.
Yeah.
For people that were competing.
Oh, the competition team?
The
One of
competition at
Wednesday
11
morning,
a.m.
right? Yeah.
At 11
Wednesday,
a.m.
Yeah, the Wednesday.
I thought it was, but bro, this is the first time I've been in the gym for 2 years, bro. And then,
yeah.
bro, and then I was I was sparring Mark, bro, and then I fucking teeped his knee. He got mad, and I was like, that's a no-no. I was like, okay, my bad. And then I teeped his face. That was a no-no, bro. That guy whooped my ass, bro. He beat me down to the ground. I'm on the ground, and like I submitted, and he's like, "Get up! This is not jiu-jitsu." I get up, fucking like fucking rips me, bro.
Damn.
It was insane, bro.
Yeah, they take teeps to the face. I think in Thailand is like major disrespect.
Are you serious?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Like,
teeps to the ground is dirty, right?
Yeah.
Teeping to the
basically.
Yeah.
You're saying you're gross. Yeah.
That's true, bro.
It's
but
like me spitting
bro.
on you.
I was
Yeah.
just throwing everything
Of
that I
course,
remembered,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm being preyed on, bro. I'm food right now. I'm just gonna throw everything I know. But bro, that was crazy. But you just love it, bro. Even when you get beat up, you just because it's in a controlled environment.
I'll get it next time.
You get beat up, bro.
Yeah.
But I love it though. I love it.
Same thing happened to me when I first we were training outside.
Yeah.
At first, and I felt like I was getting a little bit better, getting that technique down. But when I first went to the actual boxing gym, the kickboxing gym, I was like, oh, there's a step above this now. Now I'm with people that do this.
Yes, bro.
And I went against the guy who was, I want to say he's like 3 years younger than me. He's like 19 or like 20 at the time.
Yeah. Right now he's 19. No, right now he's 19.
Right now he's 19.
Yeah.
Kick my ass. Absolutely. Like,
it gets handed to you.
Yeah.
Like
and we were 22 at the
spinning
time.
back
Yeah,
fist.
something like that. Yeah.
Everything on me. And I was like bruised up and I'm like, damn. What
Bro,
am
it's
I
like
doing?
it's like a sixth grader juking you out in soccer right now. How would you feel, bro?
One of them Brazilian
Take
kids.
his ankles out. 100%. Nah, don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me.
And this what got me with this guy, because I remember when we were first coming to the gym and we were training like 6 times a week, 2 a day stuff and everything, bro. And like I'm not gonna lie, like Josh is getting cooked. This guy was like, he had this look in his eyes like, yo, I'm about to quit and everything.
Damn.
And then like I was getting cooked too, right? And I heard this guy just like, bro, like at one point you just had to bring a gun, bro. Like, when you guys just gonna say enough is enough, bro? And I was like, bro, if I get to that point, bro, my blicky's undefeated or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's crazy.
but
If it gets to the point where my ego is just trampled on, bro, like nah, bro, I got some pride. You know what I mean? So I gotta do something.
But the beautiful thing I find as you get older is that the idea of being okay that your ego is gonna get tarnished a little bit. And the fact when you can come to terms that, you know what, that happened, I'm cool with it. It's just like in jiu-jitsu, bro. Like when you get tapped by like a smaller person that's like 100 pounds lighter than you, it just like you just comes to terms with it, and it's just like, you know what, I'm fine with it. And I think sometimes you just gotta be okay with it. But ego definitely is a good drive to have to push you to your limits and whatnot. But at the same time, it's also a beautiful thing, I think, when we get older and we're okay that our ego gets hit a little bit, you know?
But one thing I will say, the etiquette and maybe I think is gyms in general, because I'm not the only one who's had this experience, and I've listened to quite a bit of MMA podcasts. Bro, the gym etiquettes are not the best, bro.
What do you mean?
Okay, like for instance, right? I come to this gym and I'm sparring for the first time ever, right?
Yeah.
There should be no reason why I'm getting into a war with 3 different people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not because of me, it's because I'm defending myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's like when you meet someone for the first time, you should just be like, okay, let's touch.
Yeah.
Let's just, let's do that, whatever. But it's like, bro, I get in there, I'm fighting freaking...
But it also might just be the gym. Like I don't know, and like I have experienced that absolutely for sure. Because at the same time, people want to test you out. Yeah. Because you're the new kid in the block. Do you want to test you out?
Yeah.
You know, they're curious. But I think it also depends on like what kind of gym you're going to.
Yeah.
And I think not that there's obviously that etiquette is not always the best. Yeah. But I think it's also good because it's a good indicator that you're at the right gym.
And the thing is, to even go further onto my point, even when we're outside, bro. When we're training in 2020 outside, bro, this should be, bro, this is like, I'm sparring for the 3rd time ever, and I'm getting into wars, you know? Luckily for me, and this is why I'm so big into like MMA, or big into the sport right now, is because like I was naturally good from like the beginning, you know what I'm saying? It's just because I think I just know how to move my body and such, but so I could pass off as someone who's doing it for, 2 years, but really it's like I've only been doing this for a couple months.
Yeah,
so
it's because all the athleticism from football just translate over to.
But it's just like, bro, it's like the ego of. I think it's all ego, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Because bro, it's like I get it. Another it's like the Lion Kingdom, you know. Another healthy male is coming through, prowling in your area. Yeah. This is your gym.
Yeah,
you're the top dog here. Yeah. You gotta show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's like you almost gotta check in.
Yeah, exactly.
You almost gotta check
what I'm saying?
in. You know?
Me personally, I'm not doing that. I don't do these games.
Yeah.
I'm out here. I'm saving my brain. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot more offer than my body. Yeah. But it's just like some of these cats just come through and just want to throw haymakers and everything. And hey, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Some people just want to prove a point. So and sometimes it's not so much about the gym. Sometimes it's just the person.
Yeah.
Too. Mm-hmm. But yo, Charles, question for you: if let's say you stop pursuing soccer, which I know you won't, like what sport would you dabble into? I'm actually.
This guy wants you to get into.
I'm actually just curious. Like you're a very athletic dude, bro. Yeah. Like you have potential for anything. You do and everything.
Numbers in MMA.
So I'm just wondering, like what sport would you consider?
Well,
transitioning to like these guys kind of finished with soccer and football. I finished baseball and like we went into martial arts. I'm curious what it is that you would be doing. Golf? I'm kidding. Imagine Charles doing golf, bro. No,
that's a waste of athletic.
I know, bro.
Such a waste,
bro. Yeah. Honestly, man, because these guys have been doing like martial arts and everything, MMA and all that stuff. When they first started doing it, specifically Chaz, like he brought his whole friend group, like us to, train with him and spar with him. Yeah. So like I enjoyed it. I think it's really.
Oh, so you have sparred before?
Well, like with Chaz, not officially at an actual gym, but like with these two, and our other friends, and like I really really enjoyed it. It's just like, it's such a. At the time, I was still fully consuming soccer. Yeah. So it would be too much to do both at the same time. But that's a sport that I see myself definitely. Participating in, bro.
I think I
would enjoy it.
I think you would excel in grappling, bro. For some reason, so? Bro, you give me like Kamaru Usman like vibe, bro. Like good
David,
wrestling.
Crazy power when it comes to striking. To striking, crazy power.
Oh really?
Kicks and that right.
I think so too, bro. Because a lot of it's punching. Power. It's just a lot of it. It's just hip movements, bro. Mm-hmm. Just hip rotation, hip rotation. So like you playing soccer for that long,
and that was without technique too. Damn. That was without technique.
So I definitely see myself doing it. And like I've talked to these guys. I'm like, even sometimes it crosses my mind. Like I want to do it now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't be able to go in as deep as these two. Yeah. But like I want to do it at least maybe once or twice a week. You know,
just dabble into it. Just do it as a hobby.
Exactly.
You don't have to do it as a sport. You don't have to do it as a commitment thing. But I think everybody, and I'm not trying to generalize here, but I think every man should make it their mission to know how to fight. Exactly. Because at the end of the day, bro, 100%. Not that like you want to be in a fight, but it's more about just like knowing that you can hold it down. You know, like eventually we all want to start a family. We all get to be, as a man, like we all going to be providers, protectors. You know what I mean? And just like going back to the primal days, like this is like, that's what made men become valuable by being hard worker and knowing how to fight.
It's accepting the reality of the world. Like the world is violent. It's a violent place, to be honest. Like,
absolutely.
I mean, of course, obviously we're not back in those days of pure violence, but like, it's still a factor in life that I think it's very important to know how to fight.
Yeah, bro.
Like when you get into like, I say this with respect is like delineated from your capability of violence. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, when you have say it's like two guys in the room. Yeah. The smaller guy is always going to respect the bigger guy. Yeah, and it's usually the bigger guy who's the bully. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he's like, oh, this guy's not a threat to me. If both of us were locked into a room, the bigger guy is like, I'm gonna come out of there. Yeah. But if you know how to fight, you're just like, I think it was Scott Galloway was talking about it. It's like you always, when you walk into a room, you want to be able to know that if anything goes down, you could kill anyone in the room and you could outrun anyone in the room.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny though is like I think the best defense we should have is running, but no one trains running. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think that's the best defensive tactic. I know you train, but what I'm just saying is that like
Charles, don't even get into it, bro. But running is like start saying 306.
You run a 306?
No, listen. No. Listen.
Give us some context.
Okay, so long story short, bro, we made a bet. You know Shalesh, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so like. Yeah, we got into it one time when we were at a friend's house, Harvey's house.
No, and, we're telling the full story. Tell the full story.
I may have, misremembered my time.
Okay. Okay, so this is what happened. I was like, I think Shalesh asked him how fast can you run a kilometer? This guy said a minute.
No, listen.
1 minute.
Me and Celeste started laughing, and this guy was upset.
So this guy can do 5 kilometers in 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This guy literally said a minute. We started laughing. This guy was like, "What the hell are you guys laughing at?" You know what I'm saying? So we look up the world record.
Yeah.
We look up because he's actually very fast. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to long distance and everything. So we look up the world record. The world record, I think it was what, like 150 or like 210.
Something like that. Yeah.
210. It was 210, 211.
Yeah, 210.
Okay.
210.
So, you know, whatever. We're talking smack. So let's just like, bro, I bet you 200 something that in 6 months you can't run 1K in 225. 225. So 15 minutes off of the world record.
Yeah.
So go ahead, say your side.
Okay, so basically the 6 months came by, and it was we made the date of the run on the day of the summer equinox.
June 21st.
Yeah, so June 21st.
A couple weeks ago.
Okay, so this is recent.
Yeah, it's recent. So days coming closer. The day of, I link up with Josh. You know, he's gonna be the mediator, the official eyes to witness everything. I didn't train for shit. Okay, I didn't train for shit. I could come up with all these excuses and reasons, but all you need to know is I didn't train.
Yeah.
And it was just a one and done thing. Like I had one opportunity to
win the bet.
That's it. I read it. Man, I didn't even touch 210, bro.
What is it?
I got 306. Well,
That's
305 actually.
That's actually pretty
it
good.
was 305, but
It's still good. Don't get me wrong.
really
Yeah,
good.
it's still really good. Yeah,
That's really good.
it's still good. But like I was cheesed because.
But were you sprinting? You were.
Bro.
You must have been.
You have to sprint.
Yeah.
The
Because I was
entire
gonna say,
You
bro,
have
like if
to
you keep
sprint.
it at that pace, you can run 5 kilometers in 15 minutes.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I've run 5 kilometers in, was it 18 minutes
Yeah,
or 30,
I think you
30
did.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I know I could run it in like 17. You know what I mean? And like, even with the bet, like, I know if I trained, I could touch close
To
to 210 to 11. You know what I mean? I might not beat the record.
Yeah.
But if I didn't train at all, and I just like, this was my first time ever trying to run a kilometer in 2
For
minutes
time?
for time. Yeah. And I got 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
That's really fucking
So,
impressive.
proper training. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's why I had I said in the chat, I was like, I have faith in you, because I was like, if there's anyone who could do it, is this guy.
100%.
Keep
I
it a buck
agree.
with you.
If
If
there's
there's
anyone-
anyone who could do it,
absolutely.
is
This
this guy.
guy's a fucking beast, bro.
That's
If you
what-
have proper
Miss
training,
Chase
you can
loved
get
this
it.
kid,
in my
bro,
opinion.
in high school. Yeah, winning everything.
That's why I told this guy, I told Josh, I was like, yo, because he saw it and he saw how fucking cheese that was, bro.
I
was
seen
like,
dreams die that day. I've never looked into someone's eyes and seen such despair.
Bro, I was so livid, man. I was like, damn it. Because you know how it is doing bets with your boys, bro.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's like,
of course.
fuck.
Bro, and not only best, but he gave you 6 months.
Bro, he gave me time.
So that was
you know? I had
he was
nobody,
cooking up, bro.
I had nobody to blame but me in that
Yeah,
instant for that
absolutely.
particular failure. And then just opening my phone and then just not even seeing anything but his email transfer.
They just send the email.
He didn't say
for the
it. He
money.
just sent the email.
He just put his e-transfer.
He sent an e-transfer request.
No,
He
no,
just
no.
put his email.
He put his email in the group chat.
And that's it. That's it, bro.
Everyone's talking. All I just see is Shalesh Kids, whatever.
Oh, man.
I'm
You know-
fucking dead.
You know, that's how we do. Everybody does that.
But honestly, that's a such sick like friendship culture that you guys have going on, because like you need to be pushing people. You need to
100%.
have people in that circle and like have fun. You know.
And we hold each other accountable. If you say you can
That's
run a kilometer
true.
in 30 seconds,
Oh.
you better try. You
And
better
you know
have
the
faith.
jokes are
bro.
coming. The jokes
But
are coming
that'd be
heavy
wild, bro.
too.
Imagine a minute for a kilometer.
Yes,
we
that's
have
insane.
we have Sushi Con on July 30th, something like that.
Yeah.
You're not invited, you know that, right? I told this guy at next event that we're doing, he's not invited. So I'm rescinding your invitation,
Bruh.
and you can
Hey, listen.
you can watch the Snapchats or something. I don't know.
It is what it is, brother.
That's it.
But
sick. But yeah, man, I think we've been going on for more than over an hour and 20 minutes.
I'll say word.
I
Okay.
think so. So I think we're just gonna wrap this up. It's
All
getting
right.
late. It's 10:30.
Say word.
It's
Okay,
10:30.
good.
Yeah, time flies. Yo,
Bro,
I'm
I
telling
could've
you,
kept talking for
when you
3
have
hours.
a podcast, it goes, bro. That's why Joe Rogan goes on for hours.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they're learning so
Insane.
much. He's learning a lot about his guests,
Uh-huh.
and like their guest is bringing in a lot of valuables, you know, and like that I didn't know time was flying by, bro.
Yeah,
like, I was learning so much about you guys. But yeah, I think we gotta wrap this one up. Unless you guys have last minute questions with each other to me, or if you guys have any shout outs you guys want to make. You want to shout out your girl?
This guy wanted to add that in, huh?
No, I'm just saying. You thought about it, but hey, if you don't love her, it's okay.
Hey, whoa. Don't put me on
That's
like
crazy.
that. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Are you listening to this? Are you listening? He doesn't love you.
Babes, I love you. Like, endlessly. Like,
Beta.
the greatest.
Beta.
What?
Beta.
Hey, this is a guy. Are we going to get into it?
Go ahead.
Are we going to get into it?
Go ahead. Say it.
Are we going to get into it?
Go ahead.
Nah, it's okay.
You gotta watch out what you say, bro. He'll whoop your ass, brother. She's good.
Respect.
But yeah, man. Do you want to shout out your girl?
No, I already did it. I already shout out my girl for last podcast.
Okay.
I was giving her flowers because, like, I was just saying that, like, it's a beautiful thing to have a partner that really holds you down, that makes sacrifices along with your sacrifices. Because for me, I'm really busy, you know, and like obviously not seeing her as much is a big sacrifice, because your partner needs emotional and physical needs as well, right? 100%. And it's tough when you're absent all the time. Like right now, bro, like I could be hanging out with her, but I'm having a podcast with the boys, you know, and like it's just little things like that. So I just wanted to give her some flowers, because, you know, sometimes like when you're doing so much, you can get into like a mental rut. And then like it's nice to have someone to hold you down and like bring you back to reality and like give you the refocus on like what's actually really important, you know. Like it's not so much about your business, it's about like life and just living in the moment as well, you know. So I gave her the proper shout out last time, but I'll do it again because I love her.
That's
I'm out here crushing it.
Yeah, but I mean, for anybody that wants to where can people find you guys?
You can find me. I got 2 accounts. I got my personal account, Chaz.Alain. So, and then I have my little creative account, Miss Universe, MISH_universe. You can find me with all my creative content there.
Nah, I'm a ghost. So you probably.
Oh, this is on IG, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
You probably won't be able to find me, but just hit up David or Chaz.
Yeah.
And then,
absolutely.
if you want to reach me or something like that.
What was that?
And I respect that.
Oh, this is the biggest ghost right here.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, tell him.
I got no Instagram.
That boy
Bro,
got
I
Facebook.
tried looking him up on Instagram so I can message him,
nothing.
bro, but like I didn't find anything.
I'm a ghost, bro. You'll find me if you need me. I'm around. So.
Nah, find him on LinkedIn or something,
Yo,
bro.
LinkedIn,
Like,
bro.
jeez.
If you want to holler at Josh, find him on LinkedIn or at the gym, bro. Honestly. But yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. It was a pleasure having you guys here. It was definitely a treat to speak with you guys and get to know more about you guys and your backgrounds. And thank you for being here.
Appreciate it, David.
Thanks for having us, bro. Honestly.
And that's a wrap.